Hey guys, how you doing? Kevin here with Real Estate Informed. I am driving hands-free. I got my little camera set up going. I'm in traffic. I'm headed to a park property right now. I thought I had an interesting story that I read. I think it was CNBC, and it talked about, and a couple other YouTubers had mentioned it, and I just want to speak on it a little bit. And it said that in LA, the list price in LA has gone down for the past 5 months. So the first thing I wanted to say for that, and everyone's claiming crash and whatnot. I'm not sure about crash, but there's definitely a correction. Now the correction, if it's more than 20% correction, definitely we're in crash territory. I don't know how bad the correction will be, but we're definitely headed towards there. And here in the Seattle market, I see that also. But another thing to understand about that story is that, one, everyone says that it was seasonal. When I made a video about this in, I believe, July, and I had real estate agents in the Seattle area telling me that this was seasonal, that come June, July, it slows down. August is slowed down. August is supposed to pick up like mid-August before school starts. It did not pick up. We were still slowing down, and in LA it's a little bit more, it's a little bit more, the scope is like narrowed down on LA a little bit more. So because of how inflated the prices were from previously, like a year ago, let's say. So one thing to know if you're headed in a correction or a crash is it just like, are they decreasing like 1 month and then next month they're up again, and then because in real estate there's always ups and downs. That's general, that's always going to happen. So a lot of people were claiming crash after 1 or 2 months. I knew that wasn't the case, especially now that we have 5 consecutive months of list price decreasing every single month for 5 consecutive months. That is a trend. That's not just a up down like people claim, and realtors will try to claim that, oh, it's seasonal. It's not seasonal, it's a trend. It's 5 straight months of decline. So yeah, there is a correction. Will it go to a crash? Who knows? But depending on the level of how far this will go, because everyone, whether they want to believe it or not, we are in a bubble. We are in an inflated area, and it's very market specific. The West Coast will crash before the East Coast, just based off of prices of where their prices were at and where they are at now. The West Coast is definitely way more inflated. Utah, Colorado, Seattle, San Francisco, LA. I mean, it's way more inflated than the East Coast. But there are obviously areas in the East Coast that are just as inflated as the West. But the overall picture, the West will crash or correct before the East does. And so things that we see in LA now, we'll see in Florida and New York in like a month or two. So if you're on the East Coast, just watch the San Francisco, LA, and Seattle markets, and you'll know for sure what's going to happen on the East Coast. And then the second thing I wanted to mention was, there's a lot of buyers out there that think that, oh, I'll buy a house when the real estate crashes. And you know what? That's a good thing to do. I understand what you're saying, is that you'll do it when the market crashes. It's very inflated, and the market, who wants to compete with 15 to 20 offers? Nobody wants to compete with that. So they're sitting on the sidelines and they're waiting for it to crash. But the problem with that analogy or that type of thinking is that you have to remember, in 2000, I lived through the 2008 real estate crash, so I understand that in 2008 was when the crash, September 2008 was when the crash started, and it started to correct. In the Seattle area, which was a very, very expensive market, it took from 2008 to about August 2011 for it to hit full bottom, which I mean, we're talking 35 to 40% decrease in price. It took 3 years of every month 3%, every month 2% declines, every single month to get us down to about 30 to 40% correction / crash. So in this market, I feel like people just have lost sight of the fact that they believe that, oh, I won't buy now, I'm going to wait for it to crash. It's like, okay, to a certain degree, I understand what you're saying, but it's going to decrease 2 to 3% a month. So you have to like, I mean, you have to like kind of catch it on the way down. And here's the thing, people in the Seattle market, whether they bought in 2009, 10, 11, 12, or 13, those 5 years, it didn't matter when you bought, you made money. Right now, if you bought houses and were investing in 2009, 10, and 11 in Seattle, whether you were in 2011 at the bottom or you were on 2009 on the way to the bottom, you made money, because after 2013 or 14, the market started to climb. And from 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, right now you are sitting pretty, because the houses you bought at $250K, $260 are now worth $860,000. You're sitting pretty. So that's another thing I wanted to, like, people think that it's going to drop 30% overnight. That's not the case. That's not how real estate works. It's going to be a 2 to 3% drop. You're going to get, you know, where it was 10 to 15 offers, now you're getting 2 to 3 offers. Then you're getting price reductions. Then another 3 or 4 months. Then after price reductions, you're going to get buyers negotiating with the seller. Then you're going to get a flood of foreclosures, because even though the foreclosure forbearance is over, and in Washington State the eviction moratorium will be over, those properties aren't going to flood the market till next year. So we still have to wait on that. So just because there's a correction now, people have this mindset of like, okay, it'll drop 30% tomorrow and I'll buy tomorrow. And it's like, no, you're still looking about 1 to 2 years out. So in my personal opinion, know that, you know what I mean? Like, you know, if you're looking to buy a house, just know that, hey, it's good. It's not that bad, because even if you bought in 2009, 10, and 11 in Seattle, you still made money. And so right now, even if you know, you're looking at 1% to 3% a month of decrease, then, you know, even if you buy it at 10% correction, right, you're still going to make money. You still bought a good deal. It's still real estate, something tangible that you can hold. It's real estate, you know what I mean? And I think that a lot of people, you know, they're just like waiting for the bottom. And I was like, no, you can't time the bottom, just like you can't time the top. So that's the video I wanted to make. I was in traffic. I thought about that. I figured, hey, let me, you know, just quickly make this video. Hopefully there's not a lot of road noise and you can hear me. I turned down my AC, so I'm sweating for you guys. But hopefully, you know, this video is of some value to you. If it is, please share it. Please thumbs it up. It gets out to more people just like yourself who are looking for information like this, and it could be of value to them also. So I'll see you on the next video, and have a good day. All right, bye.